Think about the last time you typed out a message, hovered over the send button, and then deliberately put your phone away. You realize that if the other person never initiates contact, the relationship simply ceases to exist. Nobody tells you there is a tab running. You exist quietly, causing zero problems for anyone else, yet you are solely bankrolling the emotional labor of the friendship. After months of this dynamic, a specific, deep exhaustion sets in. You begin to suspect your entire social circle is merely an illusion, held together entirely by your unilateral effort. This forces a difficult diagnostic question. Do the people in your life actually miss you, or do they simply miss the convenience of your constant outreach? To find out, you execute a silence audit. You put the phone down, stop checking in, and run a stress test to see who remains. Continually forcing a conversation serves a single purpose. It masks the painful reality of a friendship's absence. The immediate aftermath is a deafening void. Days turn into weeks, and your inbox stays entirely empty. Without your prompting, former friends fill this silence with their own defensive narratives. They assume you are angry or arrogant, avoiding the effort required to understand your actual boundaries. This diagram illustrates the mechanics of the growth threat. As this central glowing node, representing you, begins to elevate and improve, it naturally snaps the tethers to the static, dim nodes surrounding it. Notice the performative concern in the surrounding cluster. When the central node drops or struggles, sleeping late, skipping meals, falling apart, the surrounding nodes pulse rapidly. The moment you elevate, hit the gym, and fix your sleep schedule, they go completely dark. Your upward movement forces the group to look at their own stagnation. Psychologically, many people are much more comfortable watching you struggle than watching you change. This resulting silence functions as the unavoidable, structural tax you pay for personal evolution. Letting these connections fade requires a shift in perspective. You are enacting a strict mechanism for your own psychological survival. Society frames social isolation as a tragedy. In practice, shedding dead emotional weight brings immense relief. Relationships run on strict energy economics. Keeping a one-sided tie alive forces you to burn your own limited fuel to keep someone else comfortable. Enduring this specific loneliness serves as a required crucible. You reclaim your agency and finally stop funding another person's emotional deficit. Eventually, the initial sting of isolation fades. The silence stops feeling like solitary confinement and settles in as a massive, necessary exhale. You enter a state of highly addictive solitude. The absence of draining interactions becomes an asset you fiercely protect. This blueprint visualizes the ancient philosophical concept of hojoki. Over 800 years ago, a Japanese poet watched society decay and chose to let the chaotic social world fall away, building a minimalistic structure to maintain his peace. The walls act as an impermeable shield. Isolating yourself reroutes emotional fuel inward, giving you capacity to repair yourself. Others may view your desire for strict boundaries as a defect. In reality, maintaining this distance operates as a highly strategic retreat for self-preservation. There is zero security in being surrounded by people who actively drag you down. You are far safer alone and improving than surrounded and sinking. Over time, this protected silence acts as an automated filter. Without the static of forced interactions, only the people who genuinely speak your new, healthier language gain access to your life. The exact moment you stop exhausting yourself reaching out to people who won't meet you halfway, you secure the energy to reach